So what was your reaction when you saw The Force Awakens?
I actually I cried.
Are you starting to cry right now?
No, that's something else happening to my eyes.
Hey guys, it's Cody C from Geek, A.D.D.net, and we're here to talk about the new TIE FO and the T-70 X-Wing from The Force Awakens. Real quick, I just want to throw in there that I was trying to avoid any and all spoilers in the smallest capacity. When I say any and all, I've got my upgrade cards, my pilot cards from the Force Awakens core set, and they've all been sleeved and concealed, so I'm really excited to finally get to pull this stuff out. Oh, that's cool. And okay, R5X3, he was in the new movie. Hey, that's a cool shot of BB-8. Pretty sure I saw that in a yogurt container. Alright, so wardrobe change. Originally I wanted to have this video done by now, but you know, Christmas. So, anyways, let's just go ahead and get started with the upgrades that come with the TIE FO. You've got Juke. It says it's an EPT, 2 points. It says when attacking, if you have an evade token, you may change one of the defender's evade results to a focus result. It's a small ship only. This is the source of a lot of confusion. When you are attacking or defending, the other person gets to modify your die results first. At first it might seem easy to counter. All you need is a focus token and big deal. But let's say you're shooting at a target that just did a K-turn or is stressed, or you have multiple ships with this upgrade on it. All of a sudden they now have a lot of really hard decisions to make about when to spend that focus token. Other upgrade is a tech upgrade, Calm Relay. You cannot have more than one evade token. During the end phase, do not remove an unused evade token from your ship. It's 3 points. It's only available for the TIE FO or the X-Wing, T-70 X-Wing. You're essentially paying 3 points to convert one of your actions to a hull or a shield upgrade. It's pretty cool. It comes with 1 copy each of your generics. You got Epsilon, Zeta Squadron, Omega Squadron, just like from the Force Awakens core set. The unique pilots, let's start with Epsilon Ace. While you do not have any damage cards, treat your pilot skill as 12. Epsilon Ace hates Hawk shuttles. The only way Epsilon Ace is not going to be shooting first is, say, you have Rourke and Initiative. You bring Torgal Nux and reduce his pilot skill to 0. Or in a mirror match, you also encounter another Epsilon Ace and then also do not have Initiative. I feel like there's a theme with these pilots where if you ignore them, you will regret it. The offense of a TIE fighter isn't all that great. It's only 2 attack dice, but I feel like if you ignore Epsilon Ace...
I'm wondering if you would want... So in this game, when do you decide to... I was just trying to... Ow!
Turn after turn until you take him down a peg or 2. Now let's say he shows up with Calm Relay and he's got that evade token. You're going to have to attack him and 1, punch through that evade token, also punch through his shields, and also do a damage to him. Now it's going to be easier said than done considering he has agility value of 3. Next pilot is... that's weird. My Zeta leader actually says a high roller on it. Bit of an inside joke. Don't worry about it. If you want to know, check out the Minox Squadron podcast to understand. So Zeta leader, aka high roller, pilot skill 7, 20 points, has an EPT slot. In case I didn't mention it, Epsilon Ace does not, the one we just talked about. So yeah, Zeta leader. When attacking, if you are not stressed, you may receive 1 stress token to roll 1 additional attack die. Essentially a built-in opportunist EPT upgrade. Now, let's say you bring in Juke and Comm Relay. I feel like this pilot shines when you have somebody more dangerous alongside him. It makes your opponent pick, oh, do I want to shoot at, say, Rack or Whisper, or do I want to shoot at this First Order TIE? If they shoot at Zeta Leader and stress him out, then cool. Your more important ships are now left unscathed, and Zeta Leader's taking all this heat. But if they ignore Zeta Leader, all of a sudden, you now have multiple layers of offense. You've got an extra die. You've got a reroll if you've done a target lock. You've got a focus token. From if you brought Comm Relay, turn 1, take an evade action, that enables Juke. So now you can mess with the defender's attack dice. So that can be pretty dangerous. We've got Omega Leader, Pilot Skill 8, EPT, 21 points. Enemy ships that you have locked, which means target locked, cannot modify any dice when attacking you or defending against your attacks. Omega Leader shuts down target lock,
auto thrusters, focus tokens, evade tokens, pilot abilities.
Pretty much the only thing that does work against Omega Leader is if someone has Palpatine, but Palpatine is not involved in the combat. As far as I know, that's pretty much the only way to modify any dice when dealing with Omega Leader. If you take what comes in the pack, Comm Relay and Juke, this is getting a little steep in terms of points, so Juke and Comm Relay brings Omega Leader 26. So I don't know if that's really that great of an idea. Omega Leader definitely needs some help on the offense. But again, pretty much the only effective strategy against Omega Leader is don't roll focuses, don't roll blanks. Because, that's a good strategy. My dice are great. I've never been in a situation where my dice failed me. No, never. That's never happened to me ever, at all. Following this theme of if you ignore it, you will regret it, Omega Leader is a great ship to cram down the throats of your opponent. There's a good chance they're all going to whiff their attacks against him, and if you get into range 1 and have Juke, there's a pretty good chance you can squeeze some damage through. So, how do you deal with these ships when you run into them? Well, it's kind of hard. I guess just like with anything, pick what's most dangerous to you and try to focus it down. You don't want Omega Leader to be the last enemy ship alive. You're going to have a hell of a time wearing them down. But at the same time, you don't want to be wasting attacks on them either. So, it's kind of hard. If you have a good shot, I guess take it, but unless you don't, then try to focus on a softer target. I feel like Epsilon Ace and High Roller / Zeta Leader, they'll go down to focus fire. Their advantage is having something else more dangerous than them and using them as a distraction. I don't think either one of them is that resilient in particular, and if you put enough guns on it, they'll either blow up or you'll cripple them and disable their pilot abilities anyways. At that point, it's just basically a TIE Fighter Plus. Another way to get advantage on these ships is try to outmaneuver them. Most of them don't have any sort of maneuver or repositioning abilities outside of their native barrel roll. So you can try to use that to your advantage. Try to get outside of their arcs, get behind them, and they do have the Segnor's loop, but other than that, there's not a whole lot they can do about it. If you force Zeta Leader to do a Segnor's loop, his ability's gone, so I feel like if you're going to be successful against these ships, you're going to have to make them chase you and spend their actions on maneuvering and repositioning rather than offense or defense. Bailey's, creamy. So, the T-70 X-Wing comes with a few more upgrades than the Typho does. I've got proton torpedoes. You should know about that at this point, so I'm not going to get into it. Weapons guidance. If you didn't pick up a Force Awakens core set, it's a tech upgrade, 2 points. It says, when attacking, you may spend a focus token to change one of your blank results to a hit result. Yeah, it just adds a little more robustness to your focus action. On occasion, I've taken a focus action and not needed it, so this helps mitigate that for a guaranteed result. We've got Cool Hand, EPT, 1 point. When you receive a stress token, you may discard this card to assign one focus or evade token to your ship. I am having a really hard time with this card. I mean, I guess it's useful if you want to get an evade token on a ship that normally can't take it. That's kind of nice, but yeah, otherwise I feel like if you're going to take something like this, you're better off taking a crack shot or something like that. We've got targeting astromech. After you execute a red maneuver, you may acquire a target lock. He's 2 points. He is fairly situational. He might have a home on Hobby, like one of the older X-Wings, or he might combo, I don't want to say nicely, but he could combo if you take the stay on target. I'll have to do some soul searching with this guy, because as of now, I'm not really sold on him. The crown jewel of this pack is integrated astromech. It's X-Wing only, so T-65 and T-70s are both X-Wings, so they can both take it. When you are dealt a damage card, you may discard one of your astromech upgrade cards to discard that damage card without resolving its effect. It's a 0 point modification. So let's say you take an astromech droid, say R2 or R5 astromech. They've essentially become a hull or shield upgrade for 1 point. And that's pretty good. Plus you get to use the benefit of having the droid as well. I don't see this being that useful on some of the unique astromechs. I also don't see it being that useful on T-70s, especially when you can take auto thrusters instead. This gets some of the generic X-Wings back in the game. A lot of people complain about B-Wings kind of edging out the old T-65 X-Wing, but now this kind of gives them a little more robustness. They have better evade dice. Another thing they have over B-Wings is the astromech slot, of course, which offers a lot of unique flexibility. So we may see a small resurgence in some of the generic X-Wings, which is good because they haven't seen much table time in a long while. So, pilots. Just like with the core set, you got your Blue Squadron Novice as well as your Red Squadron Veteran with the EPT. Always a good choice, I feel like, to have the senior level generic having an EPT slot. We've got Red Ace. 29 points, pilot skill 6, no EPT. The first time you remove a shield token from your ship each round, assign one evade token to your ship. I've seen people get this confused. It's not when you run out of shield, it's when you lose a shield token. If you take comm relay and you get hit, you lose a shield, you get that evade, you can hang on to it. Then if you get hit again on the next turn, you could spend the evade token to mitigate some damage. If you still manage to lose a shield token, you'll get another evade token right after that. So he becomes very, very survivable. You can put him in front of your opponent to use as bait. That's a good tactic, especially with BB-8 and the boost action. You can use him to get out of dodge, or maybe even R2-D2 to regen shields. That's a lot of points, but at the same time it may make him nigh unkillable. Now this I thought was fake. Hello Asti. Really? Oh yeah, that's that seems like a legit name to me. This guy was in the movie. He was the pilot that had License to Ill in Albrish on his helmet. You know what I'm talking about, right? You saw him.
R.I.P. MCA, busy for life.
Yeah, that guy. So what he does is pilot skill 7, EPT 30 points. While you are not stressed, you may treat your left and right Talon roll maneuvers as white maneuvers. I go back and forth on this guy. That's both underwhelming and pretty loco at the same time. So you're right here, and this first order tie is like, "What up, sucker?" Thinks he's got you, right? You can then do your T-roll. Put you over here. Let's say we go. Let's go in this instance. Let's go back as far as we can, and then since that was a white maneuver, we can do a boost action like that. Another situation, let's say you got a tie on your tail. You can do your T-roll. And boost. So you're going to be exchanging fire at that point. But let's say he tries to hit you with a Segnor's loop. You can then T-roll again. And then boost. I've lost a lot of games being on the wrong end of a K-turn battle because of the stress. So the fact that he can do these 180 degree facings and more because of the boost action, if he's alive in the end game and you're not a turret or something like that, I feel like he's got the advantage. Being able to reposition like that over and over and over again, you're likely going to be taking a hit every turn, where he's only going to be taking a hit every other turn. VI would be nice, but at the same time, there's no offensive boost here. At first, I thought targeting Astromech might be fun on him, but because those Talon rolls become white, targeting Astromech doesn't trigger, so it's almost useless on him. If you encounter some T-70s and they're smoking you or they're killing you, try to stress them out. That seems to be a good way to disable that Talon roll and also shuts down their boost action. You got to watch out for auto thrusters. While they are impressive, I don't think these two pilots are really game changing. Similar to the TIE FOs, these guys make great bait for something more dangerous. Red Ace is going to be really hard to take out unless you can focus fire on him quick. Elo Asti, if you probably want to stress him out so he can't be doing his shenanigans. Overall, the TIE FO and the T-70 expansion packs are robust, solid choices to put into any list. There's nothing here that's just whoa, game changer, but they are pretty solid. I feel like it's hard to go wrong with some of these ships as long as you do not choose one of these guys to be your linchpin. Say if you take Omega Leader or Zeta Leader / High Roller as your list's gimmick, you might need to do better than that because they are a little easy to shut down. I feel like if any one of these pilots you decided, hey, I'm going to take you out, they're gone. But yeah, I'm overall pretty satisfied. Like, share, subscribe. Cody C from GeekADD.net. And real quick, I will say, Battlefront, bro. That game is awesome. I've been playing it on PS4. If you want to add me, my handle is Cody_Campbell, as shown here. You know, add me. Let's talk some shit. I'll call up some of my Monarch Squadron buddies, my Geek ADD buddies. We'll take you on, bro. Let's do it.